What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it.
Everybody, it's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Queen Sugar, season 6, episode 7. I think the episode is right, but it'll be right in the description, okay? So I'm at work. That's why I got this over me like this. I got my work shirt on, and, I ain't trying to have no, what I'm saying, no problems. Can't make sure y'all can't see nothing in the background. All right, praise the Lord. So we're back again. I know that I said I was going to do a Wednesday live, but I completely forgot. I just ain't going to lie to you. I don't have no excuse. I completely forgot. I was probably either asleep or, sitting up with the baby somewhere. So we're here. We're going to do this review for you guys. And then we're going to get out of here. I'm not going to hold you, okay? So my notes got wet. Look, they're all wet, but I think I can still read them. I think I can still read them. So I don't want to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it. This episode was really good this week. They have been building up drama a lot for this season, and so I really appreciate that for the show this season. So, this episode was action-packed from the beginning to the end. So at the beginning of the episode, we start off with Charlie. Charlie is basically getting ready to meet with the Democratic Party about, whether their decision on how they want her to run for the state Senate. And so she gets a phone call from Davis, and she sits down with him, and it's like, they kind of just discussing their relationship, him living in LA, being able to visit and have a long distance, or, her possibly being in LA. And I mean, he talking that good y'all. He talking that good shit, okay? He talking about, it don't mean nothing to him. It doesn't mean much without her. But I know he have a daughter, though, don't he? Like, they just forgot that he got a whole outside baby out here. I know she probably grown, but at the same time, you know what I mean? He still have a daughter out there in California, so, they haven't mentioned her at all. So, but whatever. He is talking that good stuff to each other, and they do their ones, and, they get off the phone. So she goes to meet with the guy, and he tells her basically that they saw the interview, and they no longer want her to run for Senate. And she's like, y'all say y'all want somebody that's progressive, and you say you want a woman that, speaks out and is independent, and you don't want that unless you can put them into a box, whatever box you want them. And he was like, hold up, slow down, slow your roll. We don't want you to run for Senate no more. We want you to run for Congress, and we're going to aggressively support you. And she was like,
oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Okay, what God had for you was in abundance, Charlie. Okay, it wasn't this small thing. It was in abundance, and you was finna block your blessing. But he said, hold on, before you say something crazy. We got you, girl. We want you to be even bigger than what you thought. So now she has some thinking to do, right? What do y'all think? Do y'all think Charlie is going to be able to affect change from Washington for St. Joe? Or you think for Louisiana? Or do you think that she's going to, not become a big-time politician? She'll just end up, staying where she is in St. Joe. What do y'all think? I don't know. I really don't know what's the best move for Charlie. I low-key feel like she'll be the bomb-ass, congresswoman. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like, can she affect much change in St. Joe? Being from Louisiana myself, knowing how laws work, unless they ratify these laws in your state, I don't know, how much change you can affect. But I don't know what you guys think. Then we see Hollywood and Gabriel. So they got their little relationship going. I think it's really cute. He's getting him a haircut. Now, while they getting a haircut, the barber is telling him, hey, the police came around here looking for Ralph Angel or whatever. And so basically, Theo has told the police that he was at Hollywood's spot when I guess they was looking for him when everything was going down, right? And so now they're looking for Ralph Angel to talk to Ralph Angel. So we go to Ralph Angel and Darla. They're, living their best life on this little resort. She looking like Rihanna and all of this stuff, and it's real cute. And so he gets a phone call from Hollywood. Hollywood is like, hey, the police came down here. They was looking for you. You know what I'm saying? And your boy Theo, I wasn't here to cover for you, but I'm not going to cover for your friend, and your friend done drag my business into this mess. Please tell me that this is not going to blow back on you. And so Ralph Angel was just like, kind of quiet or whatever. He was like, bro, you need to make sure that this kind of stuff don't blow back on you. Like, you out here being stupid, okay? So you can tell that Ralph Angel is shook. He shooketh, okay? He don't know what's going to happen, and you can tell that he's scared to go back to jail. I'm just completely upset with Ralph Angel. I'm disappointed in him this season. I cannot believe that he has let pride really take him back into doing crimes that he could possibly go to jail for. He better hope Theo is a real and don't snitch. That's what he better hope. Because if not, he's going to be right back in jail, y'all. And this is just so unfortunate. I feel like Darling need to take that baby and go on up there by her mama. Okay? Well, I mean, at this point, Rap Angel is making foolish-ass decisions. And like I said last week, and I'm going to keep on saying, you got a sister who got all kind of money. I know Nova got some kind of money, too. They could put their money together and make sure that your house don't go into foreclosure. But you're so damn prideful that you're willing to go back to jail and miss the birth of your first child, all behind the fact that you are so prideful. Make it make sense, beloved. I don't understand it. Oh, Hollywood drops off Gabriel to his mama. His mama name is Celine. Okay, so he drops off, him, and they talking to, about how he looks fresh now, thank him, and Celine is telling him about how he used to cry for his daddy every night, and now he doesn't hardly ask about him no more, and, Hollywood is such a good man to have around his son, and, and she wished she had a good man, right? And so he was like, all right, well, that's all right. Hallelujah. I'm about to get up out of here. Okay. And so he goes to go, and she like leans in like she gonna kiss him because he gave her like a little pat church hug. And then she leaned in like she trying to kiss me. He was like, no.
No, sis.
Back that out some, give me 50 feet. Okay. Like, girl, did you just try to kiss me? No, ma'am. He read her down to the floor. Basically, it was like, all the stuff that Vile has done for you, this is how you do her. This is how you do her. Okay? What is wrong with you? Why would you do somebody like this? And baby mama Celine was so upset. Mama ran up them stairs, was like, ha, ha, and ran up them stairs. This how you repay her? This how you do her? This ain't right. So I said, that lady finna go back to her husband. I can see this storyline now. She going back to her husband. Her husband gonna kill her, and they gonna end up adopting a little boy and bring him into their household. The end. What do y'all think about that whole thing? Do you think that Vi should beat that ass? Do you think that Vi should, because hurt people. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like Celine is just doing this because she sees something that she desires instead of trying to find it for herself. She just, the back door, and I'm just going to take it from you. But, even though you've been so kind to me. So, yeah, she's a hurt woman. So, hurt people. So, what do you think about it? So, Hollywood goes home, and he tells Vi what happened. He tell her straight up, listen, Celine tried to kiss me. She was like, hold up, how she got that close to you to kiss you? And he was like, she leaned in. He didn't say I gave her a hug. He said she leaned in and, put herself where she was not invited or wanted, okay? And the only taste I have for in my mouth or whatever is for you. I said, uh-oh, baby. He said, okay, the only thing he got on his tongue, right here on his tongue, on his lip, is you, baby. That's all he want is you. All I want is you. It's early in the morning. Let me bear with me. She said, okay, we finna go because they about to go buy a Prosper house. And she's like, hold up, but we gonna make a stop first. Okay? So they go stop by the hotel because Vi got something to tell her. But guess what? She's not there. So like I said, I feel like she's going back to her husband. When she go back to her husband gonna kill her. And they gonna end up adopting that boy. The end of the story. Billy and Prosper are there. They're with Ann Nesme. Okay? Be optimistic. Hello, God. And they are talking and laughing and having a good time. He lifting weights and stuff. And so she's like, hey, what if we have like a father-daughter dinner? You know what I'm saying? We can have a date like we used to do. And he's like, I think that would be great. I think that would be really nice. So when they having a dinner later on that night, they talking to each other. They having a good old time. And then he tells her that Vi and Hollywood come to the door. And they, he tells her, I invited them over. So really, he invited them over, Prosper. They didn't just show up, okay? So she comes up in there, and, it's real tense up in here because he's, like, offering for them to stay and eat dessert. And Hollywood is like, no, we're going to get out of here. And Vi's like, no, we're going to stay. And then, and Billy is like, well, I'll just leave. Y'all can have dessert or whatever. Like, you can tell she's really agitated because they're there. Prosper was like, well, they family. You should stay. And Viola was like, she ain't no family of mine. Or whatever, and Vi says she's no family of mine. Oh no, Billy says she's no family of mine. Whatever the case may be, Vi was like, I'm tired of your disrespect, okay? And she said something about, well, I'm tired of you not respecting the fact that I'm trying to spend time with my father. But like I said, and Prosper is the one who invited her over there. She didn't just show up just to show up in your, house or whatever. But they had a label Vi with this, always being in people's business, bad time and things she got going on. So they start going back and forth with each other because Vi says you didn't respect my marriage. You know what I mean? You didn't respect my family or whatever. So then they start going back and forth. And Billy basically just reads her down and tells her, this man pushed himself on me. And when I pushed him off, when I fought him, he told everybody that my stuff was good. And, he went around spreading this rumor about her. And instead of believing me, not 15, but a young girl, y'all believed him and you perpetuated those rumors. Like, nobody stopped to even ask me, was it true? Like, that was y'all duty as adults to protect me, you know what I'm saying, as a child. And I ain't got nothing to say about that. Billy was right. Do I feel like it was the time for all of that? No, but sometimes you just got to get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was at that moment for me. Billy had to she had to get that off her chest. And she said what she said, and Vi was wrong. And the point of it is, you was wrong. Okay? I know as grown people, I ain't that old, but grown people, we don't like to admit we wrong. And sometimes you wrong. You just got to say I was wrong. And I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I was so caught up in thinking about being cheated on, and that's what Billy said. That I know you thought you was getting cheated on, but you didn't stop to think for 1 second that maybe you wasn't the only victim in this situation. If he victimized you, why wouldn't you think he would be victimizing a child, somebody that's way younger than him? So Bob was wrong. Ain't no two ways about it, baby. You was wrong. You need to apologize. And that's on period. I don't know. What y'all think? Charlie is pissed off. She at the, So Billy is pissed off. She at the bar. And Charlie come in. And, Charlie got to give us This Is Us, the black version talk. And she talks to Billy about pushing past the pain and them being sort of alike. People think that you're supposed to be something and be somebody, and then you got to deal with all these people and all their judgments in the town, when they talked about Charlie because she went to college and got pregnant, and Billy out here, screwing these older men, or, the rumor was. So, they kind of had similar situations and dealing with everybody's drama. And really, I mean, part of it was you two are the pretty light-skinned girls in the town. Y'all was supposed to go on and do major things, and you end up sleeping with this old man, falsely, obviously a rumor. But that was the rumor. And then Charlie went to college and got pregnant as soon as she got there. Okay, so you dealing with everybody in the town judging you and all of that. But she's talking about pushing past the pain, and Vi's journey being the fact that she didn't help you. Vi's journey being the fact that she was so consumed with whatever she was consumed with. Like, that's her journey. You know what I'm saying? And yours is that you push past that you're a survivor, that you have a great life in Chicago. You have raised 2 beautiful sons. Like, you have a life for you. You made it through. Like, you shouldn't be dwelling in this. And Billy seems like she just lives in that pain of the past, honey. Like, you got to let that pain go, sis. Okay, so they sit at the bar and they just commiserate and, about life or whatever. So it seemed like she got through to Billy. I like the fact that the lady who plays Billy, she gives her some dimension. She's not just a mad ass. It's not just mad day all the time. She has nuance to her character. She's friends with Nova, but can't feel her feelings for Vi. She still feel the way she feel about Vi, but she loves Nova. Nova is her friend. She realized where she was wrong and made some corrections, And she has that same, I love how her and Prosper they are playing these characters like real father and son. Like, she is stubborn, just like her daddy. Like, she is bullheaded, just like Prosper can be bullheaded and stubborn sometimes. And I love that similarity of those two characters. It really makes it seem like they are father and son. I mean, father and daughter. What do y'all think about that? I think that the aggravating part that we don't like about Billy is the same thing that arises in us when Prosper start acting like that. We be like, I don't know, Mr. Prosper, he acting real honorary, he acting real funny and funky. You know how he can get real funky. But she is just like him. Like, I almost feel like that's his daughter, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that part, that aspect of this show. So now we with Ralph Angel and Darla, and he's just gonna tell her everything that about the situation. So he tells her about what happened. He even mentions Vi, with the money that we owe, and the he thought that everything that they was gonna get was going to be all good when the cane come in, but the cane ended up being bad because the pesticides. And he says Vi. So basically, he don't have her guidance. Okay, he doesn't have the relationship that he has with her and everything, and so he took a job with Theo. So, all he had to do was drive the truck. That's what he did. And now some shit about to pop off, okay? And so she's like, so you mean to tell me you was lying to me this whole time? And I have been, Darla, in a situation, God, when somebody will make you think that you are crazy for thinking that they lying to you, thinking that something is not right, and they are gaslighting you. That is textbook gaslighting. When somebody tries to make you think that you didn't see what you saw, you don't feel what you feel, and something is not wrong, okay, when it is. Okay, that's textbook gaslighting. So you've been gaslighting me this whole time. You've been lying to me this whole time. Is this how it's always going to be? It's always going to be, me waiting on something bad to happen, the other shoe to drop. Right when they was talking, the DoorDash people showed up or whatever, Uber Eats. And so they was both nervous because they didn't know who was knocking at the door. And is it always going to be like this? Okay, I'm going to be worried about the police running up in here one day. So he just sitting there looking stupid. And so I don't even know what's going to happen after this. I certainly didn't see the preview, but I'm a little bit scared to go try to find it. So then we see Isaiah and Micah, they playing cards with the homies, and this scene was just to illustrate that Isaiah can handle his own in a room with other people. So the boys are basically, kind of clowning him. Everybody think they know that he's queer or something is different about him. But, he basically starts roasting the other dudes, saying that girls be running away from you. You know what I'm saying? You worry about me. You need to be worrying about them females you can't get. Okay, worry about that. And so, he handles his business well, and him and Micah, they all play cards or whatever. So later on, Micah talks to Charlie. She's there in the city, so she stops by to visit him around lunchtime. And, they're talking to each other, and she says he seems to be doing a lot better. She tells him about her possible run for Congress, and he's all for it. He's happy for her. He wants to support her. And then he expresses that he knows that Isaiah is gay. So he doesn't not know. They just don't ever talk about it. He said, we don't speak about it. He doesn't tell me anything about it. But, he knows that he's queer. He doesn't know that he's gay, but he's just like, I know that, he's queer. And she was like, well, how do you feel about that? And are you, are you queer? And he was like, nah, Mom, it's not like that or whatever. But it shouldn't matter, if he's queer or not. It shouldn't matter. People shouldn't make fun of us or whatever. It doesn't matter if I'm queer, if he's queer, it doesn't matter. So I think that we don't know if he is or not, but I think this is going to be, I think that's what they're going to lead us toward, that he might be queer, maybe not necessarily full gay, but maybe queer or something, maybe want to try a little something, or just to have a friend that's different from you, that's a different orientation for you, and not be anything more than just friends. I don't know. We'll see. We know that the actor is actually gay in real life. So I don't know, if they're going to write this into the show or not. So I'm kind of unsure. They didn't really leave us, out there. Maybe that's the point too, to leave us kind of wondering, because it ain't really our business. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do y'all think about that whole storyline? It was nice to know that Charlie would support him. You know what I'm saying? Well, either way, So, and then the last thing that happened on this episode was Nova's house got raided by the police. So she lays down to take a nap. And when she wakes up, the police is busting down her door talking about they found narcotics. And they basically search the whole house, tear the whole house apart, and neighbor shows up outside. I think his name is Dominique or something like that. But anyway, he shows up, and right when he shows up, they pull the guns on him, baby. So they put him on the ground, they put her on the ground, and he's telling her to look at him and focus, and all the don't give them their power, all of this type of stuff. So they end up finding some weed. It was this much of weed, y'all. It looked like grass from the ground. And they took her to jail, and they had her in an interrogating room for 4 hours. Coming in there trying to get her to confess to what? I don't know what they trying to get her to confess to. It was a scare tactic. And so she pulls their whole card and is like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all trying to make me confess to something, but I'm not confessing to anything. I know this is a tactic, and every hour you have me in here, y'all gonna lose more and more money because I'm gonna sue the hell out y'all. Okay? Y'all know I have a medical card, and what you find in my house was a misdemeanor at the most. I would get a ticket according to Louisiana law. All right? So stop trying to play me and go ahead and let me go home. And so they let her go home, and her man was waiting for her outside, honey. And I kind of side-eyed him a little bit. But, I mean, everybody don't know smoke weed and used to sell weed. So, like, I don't think that's, you had to do no undercover investigation to find that shit out. I don't know. But he was waiting for her outside, and that's how the episode went off. So I thought it was a good episode this week. We got to set up for, a big okie doke with Ralph Angel. We got a lot of different things going on, okay? This whole Charlie in Congress, I feel like it's going to drudge up a whole bunch of more family secrets. I want to see the conclusion of this Gabriel and Celine storyline. So I'm thinking it's shaping up to be a really good season this season. So I want to hear your thoughts about this season. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will holler at you guys next week. Peace.